With continued tension in the air, Guam's legislative and executive branches spoke with Congressman Michael San Nicolas over the phone today during Committee of the Whole on Bill 181, or the Local War Claims Measure. Speaker Tina Muñoz-Barnes confronted San Nicolas over his concerns the local legislation would jeopardize his efforts in Congress to pass H.R. 1365 to pay out adjudicated war claims to World War II survivors.
I definitely believe that that's never been the intent. I have in front of me a proof of two Trump administration cabinet officials that say that they are on board with our local initiative.
However, San Nicolas made it very clear on how he felt.
If we add new variables at this time, it changes the tenor of how everyone is perceiving things.
Senator Tello Taidagui also chimed in, saying they have emails, which PNC was able to obtain, from Assistant Secretary of Insular and International Affairs Doug Domenech and Chief Counsel Paul Wolftich from the U.S. Department of the Treasury, saying they are still working with Guam to make war claims happen. She also questioned if San Nicolas had a letter saying Guam's plan won't work.
Any kind of letter at all that you submitted to Treasury, you submitted to the Legislature, you submitted to Department of Interior, about Bill 181, yes or no?
Senator, my only reference to a letter was the letters from Treasury and Interior supporting 1365. And my only statements was that there are no letters from Treasury or the Interior supporting 181.
San Nicolas stressed that if the legislature passes Bill 181, we may compromise 1365 on a federal level. Senator Regine Bisco-Lee says she is well aware of how Congress works, having spent time in the House and Senate for over 5 years.
I understand the difficulties and the challenges that you are encountering, but my question to you is, should Bill 181 pass, will you sponsor language permitting this local reimbursement?
With your experience in the Congress, I would hope that you would advise your colleagues that it is very unwise to even pose that question. Trying to change directions on an issue that has a very clear path at this point is a very, very, very bad thing to do.
Putting everything into perspective, Senator Therese Terlahi expressed her support for the congressman, but asked him how long do we have to wait for the Senate?
We want to support you, but how long would you suggest that we, if we can pay the Manamco some of these claims, like in advance, how long would you suggest that we hold off on that so that we do not impede your efforts?
I very much intend for this to happen as quickly as possible, and the passage of Bill 181 will create a whole new variable that will undoubtedly make it take longer.
Josh Tikenko, PNC News.